Judges 5:9 says, "My heart is with the leaders of Israel, with the volunteers of the people." These were the words written within a song by Deborah, a prophet of God and a judge of Israel, during the times Israel was once again being delivered from her enemies. Deborah, Barak, the commander of the armies, and many warriors fought and won back their independence, resulting in a welcomed 40 years of peace. There are few subjects in life that interest me more than leadership. What causes a man or a woman to lead? If we set aside some of the dark reasons, selfish ambition, greed, revenge, and the thirst for power, and focus more on the noble reasons, what might we find out? History makes a strong case that leadership tends to rise as a legitimate need makes itself known. The cause for leadership can be as simple as a neighbor in need and as complicated as rescuing a society from disease, famine, poverty, spiritual darkness, and evil dictatorship. It would not be difficult to make a list of subjects and situations in your realms that need good leadership. In fact, what the world needs today, probably more than anything else, is good leadership. Now, what I mean by good leadership is godly leadership. That is, godly from a heart and mind of volunteerism. Whether one is compensated financially or not, a godly leader sees herself as a volunteer. When a need arises in your community, one often looks around for someone to step in and to change things. But sometimes that someone is supposed to be you. So what causes some people to step up and others to shrink back? Well, it can be a number of things. But here's a few thoughts to consider as you hear or listen to the call to lead. First, God does not look at the outer appearance when choosing a leader. He looks at your heart. Here's what God told Samuel the prophet when he was instructed to anoint the next king of Israel. God said, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him," often referring to the popular choice. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So the next time you are considering the call to serve, remember the qualifications have less to do with your abilities and more to do with your character. Second, the purpose of godly leadership is always about what is needed for the good of others, not about personal preferences. Almost everybody knows and remembers the infamous line of President Kennedy in his speech when he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Now, Jesus defined the attitude of his purpose also when he said, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life," and it goes on. 3, if you think leadership is about popularity, think again. Leadership is grueling, and ignorant people have no idea of this fact. If you choose to answer the call to lead, you will need a close walk with God and a rock-solid faith. At the very least, you will need to be the number one believer. That is, you will need to embrace the need, the calling, and the effort required to bring about the change desired. May God bless you and empower you as you lead for the benefit of others. I'm Jim Piper, bringing you truth in 3 minutes, sometimes 4 or 5.